Fans, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. Gym flow, got a day off, so I'm doing it right in the gym, trying to get it in. Uh, yeah, that light sucks. Let me change the lighting. How about that? That's better? Cool. Looks like the light's getting dim to dull. I don't know. Maybe you guys, maybe that's just me. Had a dream I was going blind, so I'm like, okay, I don't know what that's about. So, hey, let's talk about some boxing while we get it in. Hit that like button when you guys come in. I'm just at the gym at the hotel. Eddie Hearn, he's pissed off the Haneys. Tyson Fury has really, for the first time, made his first statement. You know, the type of statements that you would expect him to do. What else? Alexander Usyk, he's on everybody's list. Everybody wants Usyk now. And Ryan Garcia, hold on a second. Ryan Garcia is talking about quitting. And I'm like, Devin Haney's talking about taking a break from the sport. We got Bill Keaveney in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you, Bill Keaveney. Kurt, Emmanuel Diassi is a very good heavyweight prospect from Germany. Okay, Emmanuel Diassi. Okay, I'll put him on the radar, definitely. Skrilla 50. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Chris Esparon. Salute. CP to you. You guys come in, hit that like button. I just been taking it easy today, man. You know, nothing new, really. Just, you know, boxing, that always changes. It always changes. So it is what it is. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. This is both ways, isn't it? Okay. Cool. All right. I don't have my stand down here, so I'm trying to makeshift some stuff. You know, there we go. Is Tyson Fury delusional or what? What's going on with him? West TV knowledge. Well, I was curious. I'm not trying to predict anything about Tyson. I thought it was shitty that he brought up the war on why he lost to Usyk, but you know, I guess from that you could expect more shitty stuff. It's grueling, you know. I got this knee brace on because I jacked up my knee working, so I got this damn knee. I call it the Sergio Martinez, right? So, Kurt, you're slimmer than I thought. Well, I'm not a fat guy. It's just I like to eat. See, I got a weight problem. I can't wait to eat. Nah, man, but it's basically who you're around. If you're around a lot of people that don't really like train, you know, because I like being around athletes because people with their energy and, you know, they do certain things, you know. Sometimes, hell, I want to be, you know, inspired too. I want to be inspired to, like, hey man, let's go to the gym, that type of shit, you know. So I'm out of town, work on this show. I'll be here for a few months. So, but back to Tyson Fury. Enough about me. Tyson Fury, he said that about the war, so you can only expect other things to be said that people won't like. Him saying he thought it was too easy, he thought it would be harder. I don't know how to really take that based on how he fought. I mean, he did fight like a dipshit. I mean, he fought, and spots were good. If he would have stayed with the game plan, if it wasn't all the showboating and stuff like that, like, he was fighting to me like he already had won the fight without winning the fight. Get these weights. That's what it came off. It came off like he was, like he was really one of those guys that, hey, I'm just fighting him and I know I'm going to win type stuff. Holy smokes, Kurt, how tall are you, bro? 6'2"? Yeah, I'm not a small guy. I'm not a short guy either. So, I mean, but maybe the camera angle, but no, I'm not, I'm not any of the, I'm not I'm tall. I'm not TV tall. I'm just tall. So you see him on TV. I'm massive. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Now I like that. Salute to you, brother. He lost because of a war, all right, because Usyk was dropping bombs in the 9th round. Yeah, see, here's the thing about that fight. Tyson Fury did what he did, the jab. He would grab. And something, here's the weird thing. Tyson Fury could have fought that fight. He could have fought that fight in a way where it was, you guys remember how Floyd beat Manny? Floyd beat Manny, and every time Manny comes, he threw it, and then when Manny comes at him, he grabs him, holds him. Kenny Bayless was going to let him do whatever he's going to do because that's his guy. Who you favor, Tank versus Shakur? It's Tank all day, baby. Tank will destroy, look, he'll either destroy Stevenson or Stevenson will make it a fight that nobody wants to see. But I'll tell you this about Tank. Tank can be outboxed. Mr. Ghost from Detroit, Frank Martin. Frank Martin could have done the same thing that he could have done and he didn't do it. He could have done that same thing. He could have boxed, moved, circled, box, move. He could have done that and he didn't. He chose, hey, well, I just wanted to show him that I ain't running. You're a moron. Because it proved that he was a moron, because as soon as he stayed still or got stationary enough, Tank dropped his ass and put him out of his misery. That's why you don't mess around with somebody like Tank. Rolly Romero, awkward as he is, was giving Tank the business. Tank was like, shit, okay, keep hitting me. See, one thing people underestimate about Tank, we talk about his reflexes, we talk about his power, but we don't talk about his chin and durability enough. And he always looks the same way when he gets out of every fight. If you look at Tank's face, when he gets out of every fight that he's in, the Leo Santa Cruz fight, the Frank Martin fight recently, even the Romero fight, the 140 fight, Mario Barrios, he looked the same every time. He looked the same, red, marked up, because he's real fair. He's a light-skinned cat. He's piss colored. People hate that, but just joking. But no, he's really fair. Seriously. So no, Adare, look, that's Tank all day. I think the only option Shakur has is to run. Well, box and move. But he will hit, bow, and get on his bicycle. And people won't want to see that fight. People don't want to see that shit. Crawford would be 2 sizes off his 3X teeth. Beat 2 sizes off his 3X teeth. Tyson had too much fun versus Usyk till the 8th round. We'll see. Maybe this is what Tyson probably done. Okay, Tyson probably got in there. He probably got in there and he got in there, thought that it was a game, thought that Usyk couldn't hurt him until Usyk hurt him. I think he got some shots from Usyk, and I think he took those shots well in the early rounds. Remember the first round, the second round, maybe a part of the third round, when Usyk did tee off and catch him square in the face with the left hand. And I think Tyson, I think he felt that I think it was the second round or the third round. He felt that shot, bro. You know, he tried to play it off, but I think the first and second round, he didn't respect his punching power. Maybe he thought that. Maybe that's what he meant. You know, I was playing with him in there, and since he did win rounds, you know, maybe he did that because of that. Man, I'm pissed. I lost the damn plug for my earbuds. Fury is very good at making people dislike him. Yeah, I can see that, and I don't think he cares. Biceps is a pulling muscle. Throw your hooks in a pulling circular motion exception. The check hook. Circular motion, you hit more surface area on the body and create more power. Kurt, you think Tank beats Terrence Crawford? Well, let's put it this way. If Tank was the same size as Terrence Crawford, it would be a fight. That would be worth talking about. You know, because see, Tank is small. Tank's 5'6". The man don't want to fight past 135. Terrence Crawford is fighting at 154. He's been where Tank was. The question you should ask yourself is, could Terrence Crawford beat Tank Davis at 135? And I would say this about that. I think it would be one hell of a fight. I think that Tank Davis would have gave him just as much problems, if not more, than Gamboa, Yuriorkis Gamboa. He was the one remember, he staggered Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford is mean. He's not going to stop fighting you because you hurt him. You're just going to make him mad. And I think counters is the key in that fight. I think Tank is one of the most explosive fighters in the game. I think he's more explosive than Terrence Crawford, but I don't think he hits harder based on size. Okay, they're two different sizes. So to say, do you think they'll win? Well, what weight class are we talking about? Because we can't take Terrence Crawford to 135. That shit'll be stupid. You think he would want to do that at damn near 37 years of age? No, he's not going to want to do that. And Tank's 29, and Tank's short, so he can be lean. The only thing that he can get taller at, he can get wider, but he's small. You know. We got a super chat from Rene Padilla Jr. Kurt, if Tank doesn't want to move up, why don't he go for undisputed at 135? I don't think Tank cares about undisputed. I don't think he cares about titles. I just think he cares about the money that he's making because that's how he was trained. See, he was a puppet for Floyd Money Mayweather, not Floyd Pretty Boy Mayweather. Those are two different people. See, Pretty Boy Floyd was not a promoter. Pretty Money Mayweather was a promoter, and he promoted his fighters to want money, not legacy. So, yeah, those guys don't care about none of that. So we can just stop all that, really. But appreciate that half a duh. Appreciate you, my brother. Kurt, what about Tank versus Ennis? Again, Ennis is in the same situation Tank is. I think Ennis is bigger than Terrence Crawford. Terrence and Ennis in boots. They're too big for Tank. The only way Tank can show us that he's better than those guys if he cares, because I don't think he cares about any of that. He'll talk that shit on Twitter. He'll talk that shit on social media, but I don't think that he cares about being the best of anybody. He just wants the money. And as long as people thinks he's the best, that's all that matters, because perception is killing the sport of boxing. Perception runs us in boxing. Our perception is what we think will happen. That might as well be truth. Perception is truth, therefore. Everybody thought that Errol Spence would beat Terrence Crawford until they fought. Everybody said that Errol Spence is too big for Terrence Crawford until they fought. You know? See, that's why I don't fall for it. Do I think Canelo will beat Terrence Crawford in a fight? No. I think Terrence Crawford would probably be robbed by Canelo Alvarez, because the guy that doesn't generate the most revenue, but is one of the best in the world, fights the guy that creates damn near all of the revenue or the highest revenue. That fight can't go according to boxing corruption and its standards on the way boxing looks at fights. They can't do that. They won't let Terrence Crawford walk out with a win, because the day they do that, boxing in their eyes would be diminished, because they can no longer make money off Canelo Alvarez. But if it's going to happen, it should happen now, simply because Canelo Alvarez is not all the way gone, but at the same time, he's not going to stay around for long either. So it should happen for this reason. You know, and he's younger than Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford fights like somebody that's 29 years of age. Okay? And he's 36. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Is this your own gym? No, I wish it was. But no, it's not. It's not, man. This is the hotel gym. It's pretty nice though. They got treadmills. I'll give you guys a tour here in a second. But it's just, weights, couple benches, mat, 2 ellipticals, 2 or 3 whatever you fucking call those. I don't even remember that right now. But I think Terrence Crawford would beat Canelo. But I think most people understand where the money comes in. Could just cash out, and it's time to get them right. I love the gym that's not crowded. It's nobody in here, and I love it. It's small. I wonder if the belt's made when our Tank faces Loma or Shakur. Scance Ranch, what's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. I don't know. I know Mauricio may make a damn belt. I think you should, with this fight between two warriors, I call this the Alpha and Omega belt. This is the WBC Alpha and Omega belt. WBC. Kurt, who you got? Jared Anderson versus Martin McCauley. I think Anderson will beat him. You know what I mean? I don't think McCauley's that good. The only thing that gives him traction is his claims for sparring victories over everybody that we haven't seen him professionally fight. Anderson is a great prodigy. He's not unlikable. His problem is the shit that he's trying to it's like stuff that's either he's gravitating to the bullshit or the bullshit is gravitating towards him. One of the two. This stuff has to stop with him. He needs to stop going to jail. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he should. Well, I can't say he should join the Nation of Islam, because shit, everybody we know that's joining the Nation of Islam is fucking up. Look at Jarrell Miller. Look at Tank Davis. Damn, look at Ryan Garcia. None of these guys are really, Oh, higher power, Muhammad, Jesus Christ. I mean, and then they end up doing the opposite. So I don't know. Where's Saint Don, the beer belly, and all the Fury fangirls? I don't know where Saint Don is. I hope he's all right. That's my boy though. Saint Don's my boy. Skrilla 50 in the building's my boy. You know what I mean? Psycho Crusher's my boy. Scance Rant's my boy. You know why? Because everyone has a different opinion. Everybody can't be like sheep and have it the same. You know, I don't want people like, I want people to, debate. This is what it's about. Just debate. If everybody thought the same, hell, we might as well be in church. It's funny how Tyson Fury didn't get nearly as much criticism after saying Usyk won because of the war in Ukraine compared to when Anthony Joshua was slammed for having a breakdown after the Usyk defeat. Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's how they were marketed. It's how they're billed. See, Joshua got more criticism because you're supposed to criticize Joshua more than Tyson. And you say, that ain't fair. Why? Because Anthony Joshua, his persona was supposed to be the clean-cut image. You know, a little bit of humble, rough beginnings, but a guy that kind of aired out, cleaned up. Now he's straight and narrow, role model, a boxing promoter's dream, endorsements. Think about those endorsements. Oh yeah, they matter. AJ can't do too many stupid things. He's going to lose all those endorsements, and those are millions of dollars a year without punching anybody. You know, Hugo Boss and Hummer, Beats by Dre. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's real talk. Tyson ain't got none of that. So when AJ acted up like that, you know, I'm 18 stone. I haven't been doing this for long, like this guy, you know. I was talking. Who you talking to? Yeah, it was a meltdown. You know, people are like, wait a minute. Who is this guy? See, Tyson Fury gives you somebody different every day, but that's what you expect from Tyson. So Tyson says something, you know, we already know Tyson's suffering with mental health issues anyway. That ain't supposed to be Anthony Joshua, the way they marketed him. He didn't supposed to be doing the stuff that he was doing. That's why everybody gave him the business, okay? You know, he's the good guy. So the good guy can't turn into the rogue guy. Batman can't be looked at as the Dark Knight. So that's what happened. His ass was dark that night, wasn't he? You know, his dad tried to help him out of the ring. Get off of me. I'm like, damn, that's your daddy. You guys didn't see that, did you? AJ climbed over those ropes after getting the decision. After the decision went to Usyk in the second fight, not the first. The first fight, he was like, you remember that? Yeah. This was all Joshua. And I mean, he was just like, he played it off the first fight. The second fight, he lost it. His dad tried to help him out of the ring. Get off me. And he walked to the back. And then I guess he got like halfway. He got halfway and started thinking about that damn money that's going. Because if he'd have walked out without saying anything, without trying to clean that shit up, oh my goodness. Hugo, Hummer, Dr. Dre, and Beats by Dre, they would have been like, oh man, we can't. No, you're setting the wrong image for our brand, sir. Therefore, we're gonna have to release you from your contracts. And we're gonna want our shit back. Kurt, what's good? What are you working on? Upper body today. Tomorrow, if I want to do abs tomorrow. You know, legs, abs and legs, but I can't do too much with this operation shit on. AJ has a dark side. Just put Miller in his presence. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Miller. Don't come down there, I'll smack you. Yeah, he does, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we seen that in 2019 though. So we seen that in 2019. Okay, we seen Miller, and it's funny. All the shit Miller talked about, right? All the shit Miller talked about AJ, calling AJ a fraud, calling AJ a phony, and all that. And you know what? In a weird way, he was telling the truth. He was telling the truth about Joshua. Not everything he was saying, but the bulk of it was like everybody talking about he just super clean, squeaky clean dude. You know what I mean? He ain't did no, he a phony. I'm telling you, he a phony. He don't be acting like that. And then exactly what he was saying about Joshua, Joshua came out of his shell. That should have been the time when Joshua was the most calm. But Joshua lost his shit. He lost his shit because Miller pushed him past that limit. Okay? He line-stepped Joshua, and Joshua turned into that person that Miller claimed that he was. If you guys remember that. This has all been documented. You know what I mean? I'm going to knock him the fuck out. You slice him up, there's nothing inside him. He's just empty and hollow. You know? Yeah, he was pissed. Joshua was pissed. Joshua truly doesn't like Miller because Miller is a guy that he knows that can push his buttons. And he does it because Miller doesn't like AJ and all his accomplishments. He doesn't like AJ because AJ is a guy that got opportunities that other fighters did not have. AJ is a guy, let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Hold on, I want you guys to pay attention to me. Okay? AJ is a guy that allegedly dopes. He allegedly uses drugs. That's what Miller was saying. Now, has this ever happened? Has he ever been tested? No. And I will stand on a hill with this. Until a guy pops dirty, I'm not going to say if he's using or not. I'm not going to claim that. I'm just telling you guys what Jarrell Miller did. Irony, his big ass got popped himself. But then it maybe, just maybe, it takes one to know one. Do you remember that shit Jarrell Miller was saying? Oh man, you can't tell me you made that. That was all natural. You gained that much muscle mass, it's all natural. You can't tell me. I heard the stories about you, B. I know people. He knew people. You think Jarrell Miller don't know where to get drugs from? I mean performance enhancing drugs. I don't mean that street pharmacy shit. I mean that stuff, the PEDs, the banned substances. Oh yeah, he knows where to get that stuff. So if he heard someone say, hey man, AJ gets this from that, that's that black market bullshit. We have a problem in boxing. Now, am I saying AJ cheated? No, I'm not saying that. You know, but at the same time, Jarrell Miller was saying that. You know what I mean? And then it's strange how Jarrell Miller got popped. Well, he got popped because he was using. So if he got popped because he was using, how did he knew AJ was using? You see what I mean? And to me, this is how I look at it. If AJ was juicing, right, like Deontay Wilder called AJ a juicing J. You know, like Scantz Rant says, hey, yeah, Juice got pissed off, or Juice did this, or Juice did that. Where do you think they get that from? Hell, he ain't O.J. Simpson. No, Juice comes from the fact that people think that Anthony Joshua juices. Now, I don't want to just harp on AJ, but what I'm saying is AJ is like the current, like the present day Manny Pacquiao. Because remember, everybody used to say Manny Pacquiao was juicing. Everybody used to say that. But who started that shit? Floyd. It was actually Floyd Sr. And if you guys didn't know, I've been preaching this for years and informing people how that started. It got so bad where Manny Pacquiao's people decided to sue Floyd Mayweather for defamation. And they sued him for defamation. Now you can't get Floyd to say one bad thing about Manny. Manny was one hell of a fighter. He had his angles. He was probably one of the toughest fighters because of the angles, the in and out movements. He was one of the toughest fighters. Right? But before they slapped that lawsuit on his ass, Oh boy. Oh yeah, Poochie out. He taking them powder pellets. He taking those Pac-Man pellets. Yeah, we gonna drug test his ass. Yeah. All I want to do, take a little pee, little blood, little urine. That's all I want. I want an even playing field. You ain't notice how this guy's head, he just grew. He went from a 7 hat to an 8 hat. And that's a fitted hat. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so Jarrell Miller was the first to come out with that speculation, with those accusations. And I think that pissed Joshua off more. That's why. That's why, people. He should have remained calm. Juice on the juice. That reminds me, man, have you guys ever seen People versus O.J. Simpson? Dude, Cuba Gooding Jr. played O.J. John Travolta played Shapiro. Who's the guy that's damn? I can't remember his name, but he played Johnny Cochran. He's married to Angela Bassett. I can't remember his name, but no, that was a good show. Google noticeable talk. Oh yeah, Chet Perry. Google notable boxers that tested positive for PEDs. A lot of them have used. Yeah, AJ is one of the most tested. That's true. And look, we can't take that away from AJ. I ain't a fan of Joshua, but for sure Wilder must be doing something to gain 5 kilograms of muscle in 3 months. Wilder's got skinny to me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Just funny how boxing fans just say AJ is a fabricated media trained champion, but as soon as he reveals his true self, his mentality fragmented, fragile, and weak. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, he says a lot of stuff. I mean, he says it. Kurt, do you think Ike Barabucci would do in boxing? I've told you guys what I felt about Ike. Ike Barabucci. Okay, I think Ike Barabucci is a legend. I think he's a legend in the sport. I think that he had a career that was unfulfilled, but the fights that he did have, he's known for them. He's broke records in the fights that he has. He's beat undefeated fighters. It was a crash and burn like career. He went to prison for a long time. He had his issues. And I think with Ike staying away that long, you know, look, here's the thing. It's hard for Ike Barabucci to calm down mentally, because if you've never been defeated, you don't know what it's like to get your ass whooped. You don't know what it's like to be dethroned, or, you know, or taste that defeat, and you don't know that. And since you don't know that, and that opportunity was taken away from you, you don't know that shit, man. You're always gonna have that mindset. Who said it best? Andre Ward said it best. He said, there has to be reason every day. I have to think of a reason not to come back to the sport, because nobody has beaten me. And I think that would happen to Floyd. I think Floyd can't stop doing these dumbass exhibitions because nobody has taught him to sit on his ass. He never had that challenge like, look, man, that dude beat the shit out of me, or he got me that night. Nobody's done that. You know what I mean? And back to Ike, I don't want Ike coming in at 50 years of age trying to fight younger guys. Because the moment he does that, he may be unstable. He's definitely rusty. He may knock a person out or two. He may have a couple good fights, especially with tomato cans, because he's still like a Barabucci. But understand, Barabucci only had 20 fights. 20 fights, no losses, no draws, 15 by KO. He was a savage beast. He could punch, he could box, he could move. He had this personality. The way you seen him knock guys out, what he did to Chris Bird. He hit Chris Bird and made Chris Bird. Chris Bird drooled from here to here. Dude, that shit looked like those old Pizza Hut commercials. Pizza Hut, making it great. And they bite and the shit oozes like that. This shit was like that. A film of saliva was oozing out of Chris Bird's mouth because he never tasted a punch like that because he's so tricky. He has a perfect last name. Chris Bird. He fought like a damn bird. He was real tricky. And I say he was tricky because he had fast hands. Nobody could hardly hit him. He beat guys like David Tua. He made Vitaly Klitschko tear a fucking ligament trying to fight him. Now Vlad got him though. Vlad got him. So, but Chris Bird was difficult. David Tua was a beast. And those dudes that guy had a war. Who's tomato cans? It's tomato cans. And White got brutally knocked out because of it. Anyone getting regular knockouts at a high level will raise a suspicious minds. Crawford versus Madrimov is underrated fight. I think it will be a tough fight to call. White accused Juice of drug testing, of drug use first. I don't remember that. Ace 99 times. Big up. He said grown for me. Crawford versus Madrimov is an underrated fight. I think it will be a tough fight to call. Basically, Crawford versus a reincarnated Triple G. That's funny you say that because when I look at Madrimov, I look at a tough guy. He reminds me of Triple G. His demeanor and everything. He's real professional. He doesn't talk shit. You know what I mean? Where is he from? Uzbekistan? Or is he from? He's not from Kazakhstan, right? But I think he's from Uzbekistan. But yeah, he looks like Triple G, bro. He look like. Look at his features, his haircut. Yeah, that tough ass Eastern European demeanor. So yeah, he definitely does look like Triple G. But can he fight like Triple G? And Triple G's not really. Triple G's a good fighter, and he has a good punch. He works off the jab with a lot of stuff. So if he can't catch you with a right or a hook, he hits you and he sets everything up by the jab, which is very impressive. Very impressive. Usyk versus Parker. Hell yeah, I would like to see that. Ward lost the first Kovalev fight. I think he did. I definitely think he did. Kurt Wilder weighed 99 kilograms for Ortiz 2 in November of 2019 and 104 kilograms for Fury 2 in February 2020. 5 kilograms and 11 pounds in 3 months. I mean, now you could do that. You got to think about Wilder's getting older. He probably start eating. He probably start slamming. We all know he was slamming Telly Swift. Right? You have to do it 3 times a day. You have to get the sword 3 times a day. That's in your contract. Where you going?
I'll get the ice ready after it's over. Kurt, who wins? Anthony Joshua versus Ika Barabucci? I mean, in their primes, I got Ike. In their primes, oh, Ika Barabucci, no doubt. Because he's a guy that had more of a natural style. He was shorter than AJ, but I think AJ would have problems with a guy like that. Apparently, Wilder was slamming Marcelo's ladies too. Yeah, Marlo's. I mean, Wilder looks like one of those. He did, he claims his Nigerian heritage, right? And you know how most Africans they have 2 or 3 wives. So probably in Wilder's mind, Wilder was taking care of. He had houses everywhere, right? He had houses everywhere. So every woman that came in, the mindset. Listen, let me tell you something about mindsets of people that owns property and houses. I had a cousin, and his cousin was like, he had this mindset that any woman you bring to his house, he's entitled to have sex to him. And he would say, the man of the house is effing. He would say that, man of the house fucking what? So, seriously. So maybe Wilder had that mindset, like, you know what, hey, I'm paying Marcelo's. I'm taking care of everything. I'm paying your bills. I'm giving you money, but I want her. So if you don't like it, you can get out. You got knocked out your fights. I made millions of dollars. The Zone offered me so much money to fight JJ. Wilder and had Taylor Swift. Was it good, Deontay? Apparently Wilder was killing him. Yo, this dude DeVille with the Wilder impression. You gotta do what I say do. I'm the big bro, and I got the dough. Big bro got the dough. That means I need all the women. She fine. Thank you for bringing her to me. Yeah, that. Hey, yeah, man, I heard that. Look, when that happened, I didn't hear anything, people. Let me stop saying that. I was told that. Marcelo's had issues with, he had issues with that situation. Yep. Yeah, this guy, man, he had like a kind of a breakdown. Don't worry, I'll do a video about it, so everybody can see it, Wilder has to go overseas to get his ayahuasca. He sounds like Will Ferrell from Eastbound and Down. Who? Nah. Let's see. Will Ferrell? Nah, when he was that corny salesman. Nah. In my plums. Deep in my plums. I told her my son came in while we was doing it. And she said, no, let's stop. He said, no, you let him watch with long, deep thrusts. I was like, this dude's retarded. Wilder needs to get a new coach. Hope he can come back good for the sport. Well, he's only good for the sport when he's knocking people out. If he keeps losing, that's not good. You know what I mean? Yeah, that ain't good at all, man. That's not good at all. So, Malik Scott is a dipshit of a coach. You know, I'm just, man, I don't care what y'all say. Um, we have Malik Scott, dude. Malik Scott is with, uh, is it Jessica Abdu? Yeah. Yeah, man. It was Jessica Abdu. Cause, yeah. What's the British chick? So maybe he ain't had time to mess with AJ. So maybe he didn't have time for that. Yeah, he didn't have time to mess. He was busy slamming. Maybe it was those other guys that he hangs around and trained them. You know, those other guys, you don't know what the hell they do. You know, so tight knit. Kate Abdul, yeah, she fine. Yeah, she's a fine little thing. Yes, sir. She's a fine little thing. Mm-hmm. Father Time caught up with Wilder. Bro, Kurt said Malik Scott is too busy slamming pom-pom instead of coaching Wilder. Yeah, man, he's too, man, look. Yeah, Deontay, I got to take off, man, but you got the gist, right? Just keep the right hand up, AJ. AJ, I got to go. Kate here. You know, and Malik Scott, you can tell he on some freaky shit. You seen his last girlfriend? His last girlfriend was wearing like the black fishnets with a nipple showing. Man, ain't no way I'm gonna let no one I'm talked to look like that. You think I'll let my girl walk out like that? And here's the thing. Why would my girl want to walk out like that? Wilder had Malik Scott, that was an average boxer, to train Wilder, who had Breland, that was the GOAT of the Golden Gloves in Brooklyn. Well, I mean, Wilder did exactly what Andy did. See, Andy did the same thing. They fired their trainers because they couldn't take that defeat. So they let their trainers become, the scapegoat. They threw them under the bus. Freaky Maliki. Vinny, counterpunch to you, man. Pretended to be Deontay Wilder's friend. Deontay Wilder's career had been destroyed by a bunch of yes men. Is that karma for Wilder because he was still married when he was with his fiance? Well, it could be, but here's my thing. I don't think Telly Swift, it ain't like he lied to Telly. Tellis, or whatever her name is. Chantel, it ain't like he lied to Chantel. You know what I mean? She knew that man was married when she jumped into bed with him. And according to when she found out he was who he was, that's when she started. That's what it was told. That's not Kurt's. Kurt ain't saying this is what happened. No. This is what was told to me. She didn't care about Wilder. She wasn't really interested until she found out Deontay Wilder was a boxer. And she knew, oh man, he's a heavyweight boxer. Oh, he's undefeated. Oh yeah. Let me get this KY. Let me get these estrogen packs. Wilder needs a new trainer. Malik Scott, trash, he's a yes man. Is Hat Man Strikes Back a Tyson Fury hater in your opinion? No, I think what he does is, you have to understand something about content creators. If something gives you views, you're not going to forget about that, especially if there's not any real news. You know what I mean? And and it almost is really like the videos that give you views And then see that's becoming my problem. Like, I could make you a bunch of videos that I know that will have high views. I just get burnt out on doing the shit. You know what I mean? I can think back and do like, okay, well, let me do. You guys know. I mean, I still do a lot of videos, but I don't do nearly as enough as I used to. Okay, so I don't like. I could do everyone, Joshua, Usyk, Tyson. You know, Dillian White. Nobody really talks about him no more. Let's just be real. Nobody really talks about him no more. Those things, you know, those topics. Yeah, I could, but there's other things out there. There's more boxers to talk about. The boxers that we keep harping on won't be around forever. Sure, should we talk about them? Hell, I guess. But we also have to acknowledge the up and coming boxers. Who's the guy on your stream cover? That's Arturo Gatti, bro. That's Arturo Thunder Gatti. Let Wilder fight Dillian. Nuts and bolts, 100. Stuart, what's good, man? I'm just taking a little stroll. You know, I'm about to go eat some oysters and then get a massage. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a good day. Vincent, let Wilder fight Dillian. I would like to see that. He'll knock Dillian out. That's why I don't think Wilder should be written off like that, because he's thrown in there. He's thrown in there with a guy like Zane. Then before that, Parker. You know? Sounds like a 5-star treatment. Well, hey, you work hard, you play hard, right? And this is just me relaxing. Dillian fell off quicker than he hit the ground when Sasha KO'd him. Man, that shit was crazy. Dude, I went through the roof, man. And here's the thing. It's about boxing. It's not about, oh, I'm a Dillian White fan, or, oh, I favor Povetkin. No. When an underdog does something in boxing that makes boxing what it's supposed to be. Boxing is a brutal, untrained sport. It's corrupted, and people try their best to train it. People try to, they try to narrate boxing in their own way. Well, hey, let's get this ref, or let's get this judge, or let's get, you know what I mean? Let's do something for the guy that we're trying to promote to win the fight. Even though he's fighting someone that's very dangerous. So it's still a dangerous game. But we're going to give all the concessions. We're going to give all the perks. We're going to give all that to the guy that we know that brings in the dinero. Right? Kurt slamming a chick after later. After later, you had no oysters in the message. Yeah, you crazy, man. That's crazy. Walk out of that oyster bar rocked up. Oh! Con el machete en la mano, así. Estoy listo para lo que sea. Dame tu tota. Chisora still getting fights. Yeah, he's still getting fights. I mean, Chisora, though, here's the thing. You think about Chisora and White, and they're like, Chisora stayed in the limelight, and because he stayed in the limelight, he's getting these fights like the Jarrell Washington fight. He's fighting Joe Joyce. Why the hell ain't Dillian White fighting Joe Joyce? You know, it's crazy. You know, a KO is bad when your feet are the last thing that hits the ground. Yeah, man. Boop! Over with. He hit him with a left hook. I was just thinking about this fight, this game. Knockout Kings. 1998, I believe. Yeah, 1998. Yeah, 1998 Knockout Kings. Had De La Hoya on the cover. It was the first video game from PlayStation in a long time. And you had all kind of guys. You had Sugar Shane Mosley. You had Oscar De La Hoya. You had Arturo Gotti. You had Ant-Man Freddy. You had Hernando Hernandez. You had a lot of guys on this thing. Dylan White should fight McCauley. That would be good. I mean, that should make sense. But McCauley has a fight with Anderson. Kurt, I always wanted to see Dylan White versus Jarrell Miller. I would like to see that fight too. You know, and that's anyone's fight too. And it depends on how good of a shape that, because Miller could beat Dillian White. Dillian White's not the same fighter he was 5 or 6 years ago. He's just not. I think that knockout did a lot to him because he's not really been the same guy. You know what I mean? He can still fight. He can always scrap, but his reflexes are not the same. He got too top heavy, and because he got too top heavy, it is what it is. You know? Yep, I had that. My go-to was Tommy Hearns and Pernell Whitaker. Yeah, man. And like they used to have like you had like boxers, then you had like the brawlers that come out like this, and then their uppercuts were like that. That's how Sasha knocked out Dillian White. The first knockout kings was fluid head movement. Maybe you're talking about, no. You're talking about, you could move your head. You could move your head. No, could you? I know you could put your guard up. You're talking about fight night. That's what you're talking about. The first fight night was, yeah. Kurt, did you speak on Usyk being in that movie with The Rock? I did. And I did it like, because I think Hatman came out with one like last week, and I'm like, dude, I've done that like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. You know? Yeah, you could move your head? Okay. Because I know you could hit that button and you could come up and boom, or you throw that overhand for the power punch. You know? Undisputed needs to add more boxes to their roster. Yeah, they should. Yeah, they should. But when that game comes out, I want to be entertained. I wish they would come out. I wish EA would redo Fight Night Champions. Bro, do you understand that game was the best boxing game they ever made? It was mature, so you had a mature soundtrack. You didn't blot out any words. It was nasty. It was gritty. It was raw. It was rough. It was tough. It was realistic. It had the corruption. It had the storyline with Andre Bishop. Bro, that was the best game. If you could add more characters, it would be perfect. Kurt, who wins? Jermaine Franklin versus Francis Ngannou. Jermaine Franklin. I think Francis would knock out him. I think he would hurt because Dillian White was able to do it. And understand, Jermaine Franklin's tough. He has a good chin. He's durable. He's always up for a nice little scrap. But physically, he's not really gifted. But he likes to fight, likes to get it on. And him fighting guys like that would be a good fight though. See, that's the type of guy that Ngannou should have went in there with. Tyson had the best head movement when he utilized the Customado training. Fight Night 2004 was my favorite. Those KOs in the game were funny as hell. Yeah, Skrilla 50. You would get hit and your legs just lip noodle. And then you can hit again and again. Like you catch someone in the corner and you knock them out, you just keep hitting them. Now, if they would have kept that element, and then, round 2, they had the haymaker. So the bow, you know what I mean? So if they would have had that, and then, they kind of kept it. Fight Night, round 2 was good. Round 3, I don't remember. I don't really remember round 3, to be fair. I think they tried to make it a little like gritty, and therefore I didn't really care for it. He's fat with fast hands, the oddest combination. Nikki Blue Eyes Austin in the building. Counterpunch to you. Frank Bruno versus Dubois. Nah, I don't know. I think that's just the same. Look, that's just the same person in different generations. Outrageous that the WBC ranked Fury under AJ. Truly shows how clueless of sanctioning body they are. Turki Al-Sheikh could destroy all the sanctioning bodies. And that's what he could do. He could just bring all the fighters together, make all the fighters fight each other, and then in return, offer them to drop all the sanctioning bodies and cripple the whole all the organizations. And everyone fights wherever they like. Yeah, he could do that, man. And you know, like, I bet you people would try to put a hit out on Turki Al-Sheikh for doing that. The fight night where you could have a brawl at the weigh-in. Remember that? No, man, I don't. I'm good, Kurt. I just came back from Egypt 2 days ago, feeling refreshed and blessed. My oldest daughter's in Egypt. No wonder Fury got dropped. Only beat Chisora and Ngannou, barely, in over the last 2 years. Kurt, Brian Bo McIntyre would be the right boxing trainer for Francis Ngannou. Maybe. Damn, what did you do in Egypt? I know you brought them eyes over there and fit in. They seen them eyes, they're like, you're at home. What part I was in, I don't know. It's wherever the army base is. You know, they don't really say much of where they are. Bo Mac is a great trainer. Clarissa Shields versus Layla Ali. Layla Ali is 45 years old, dude. 46. She's not fighting. I think she's 46 and she'll probably be 47 soon. She's not fighting like that, man. That woman is she makes her money. No. They're prime Layla. Man, prime Layla, that would be a good fight, but Layla's a lot bigger than Clarissa. So I would probably lean towards Layla. They kept saying they love me. They love British. I bet you they do. Layla is cooking now on the Food Network. Yep. They love the English. Layla would whoop her, man. Probably so that jab, keep her back. You know, and then see, I think Layla's bigger. She's a bigger puncher. You know, Clarissa Shields is not a big puncher. That's if Clarissa punched like Ann Wolfe, oh, she would be hell. But she's just not that type of person. And see, but she's dangerous. See, understand she's from Michigan. In Michigan, they have some like Grand Rapids, Flint, Detroit. They got some tough people up there, man. They got attitudes where they got a fighter mentality. You say something to somebody from Michigan, you might end up with a fight on your hands, especially somebody that can fight. You know, I wish Tank was fighting Shakur next so he can get him out of the way. Shakur better be careful. He better be careful simply because he may end up like Terrence Crawford was. The only difference is Terrence Crawford was actually knocking people out. And because Bob Arum was too old to promote Terrence, and Terrence just wasn't the kind of guy that comes out of his shell to sell a damn fight, because his whole thing was, look, if I'm going to fight somebody, if you want me to sell a fight, I'm going to sell the fight within the fight. Okay. So I'm not going to do anything out of my comfort zone. And that's him. That's him. That's how it's going to be. It's it's how it's always going to be. And Bob didn't understand that. Bob was just like, I'm losing money on Terrence Crawford because he signed a contract and the contract favored Crawford instead of Top Rank. That's his problem. He thought he was signing Adrian Broner. Disgraceful how Mauricio Suleiman wants to console Ryan Garcia but not punish him for possibly giving Haney permanent damage. Stuff like this tarnishes the sport. Well, come on, man. Come on for a minute. Daniel, yes, it's disgraceful, but understand this. It's disgraceful because Mauricio Suleiman is all about the money. It's it. Devin Haney doesn't bring the money that Ryan brings in. Just like Mauricio was willing to allow Tyson Fury as long as he wanted to keep the WBC belt without defending the WBC belt. We are trying to get Tyson a fight. It's frustrating to him. So we're going to give him all the time that he needs. He's just a crooked-ass businessman. That's right, Skrilla 50. You tell him. He's sticking with his people. Too bad we don't do the same. Talking about Mauricio. Mauricio and Ryan Garcia are not the same people. Mauricio Suleiman is from Mexico. Ryan Garcia is Mexican-American for the most part. He doesn't speak Spanish. He doesn't know the culture. He doesn't, he's not, I don't look at Ryan. Ryan Garcia is American. Mauricio Suleiman is Mexican. Okay? He's Mexican. Is it true that the WBC has no standing 8 count is in its rules? I heard something. I don't know. I have to look that up. Canelo being protected by Suleiman, he should have been stripped. Well, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing, that's the whole thing. So I think the money is involved. The money will always be involved. And as long as you make money, Mauricio is going to protect you. He doesn't want to do the right thing and then lose money, because the 3% of someone that has seat filler capabilities, he's always going to favor. Isn't Ryan Garcia daddy Mexican too? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's American. Ryan's American. Mauricio's Mexican. Those are two different things. And if you are Mexican American and you go to Mexico, they will tell you that you're not them. That's just how it is. If you're American, you're American. Bottom line. Now you can have roots. See, here's the thing. Okay. Let me break it down to you. I'm American. I have Cuban roots. I have people in Cuba, but I'm not Cuban. I'm not Cuban. I'm American. I'm not a Cuban citizen. I'm American. I'm American. That's simple. That's all that means. That's all that means. Bro, I just say Tank and Haney dream, Haney sparring, Tank cut inspiring, bro. Cut in. What? Every promoter, every sanctioning body runs after the money without ordering the rules, destroys the sport and making UFC more appealing. Well, yeah. Meanwhile, you got fucking Fidel Castro over there with Dana White, and see, Dana, the hell that happened? What's going on, big brother? Man, just leaving the gym. About to eat, get a massage, chill out, ice my knee. That's all I'm gonna do. Kurt, win Lucia Reichel versus Ann Wolf. I got Ann Wolf. Lucia Reichel. You know, it's funny, man. I had a crush on Lucia Reichel, like back in the day. I know she's maybe in her 50s now. But yeah, I always thought she was, when she lets her hair down, yeah, she can get it. Haney has always had technical vulnerability, just like Boo Boo, in my opinion. I wasn't surprised Ryan like that. Ryan tested dirty. Hi. Correcto piso, no?
Yes.
Haney has always, yeah. Hope Turkey can save and fix all aspects of boxing. Daniel, I think he can. See, not too many flaws. Por mi cara, por su. 420. You're right, Kurt, but I am a Sicilian that has dual citizenship. Oh well, that's Stefano. You're a different breed, my brother. You're a different breed. So I think that if anything, if you have dual citizenship, that's your nationality. Now culture is totally different, but again, he don't speak Spanish. Ryan is an American. I don't give a shit if his last name's Garcia. Ryan, Teddy, bro. Ryan's dirty, bro, is cheating. Gracias. Okay. You're right, Kurt, but I am. But no, I mean, okay, here's the thing. Oscar De La Hoya's dad is from Mexico. Okay, I don't know where I think his mom's from East Los Angeles, but now he can say that. Oscar De La Hoya can say I'm Mexican, but he's still American too. He fought for who? Andy Ruiz. He fought for Mexico. You know, so you have to look at that how it is. You know, you have to have what you call a consciousness. There's too many people walking around here claiming to be something that ain't. Ryan Garcia is not Mexican. He's Mexican American. Now you can say that all day because Mexican American, at the end of the day, the last of what you say is what you are. He's American, but he has no cultural. You can eat tacos all you want. You don't speak Spanish, homeboy. So that means you didn't even care to learn. Maybe they'd even speak it at his house. So if you grew up in a Mexican household where they didn't even speak Spanish, you can't claim to be Mexican. You're not a true Mexican. Versus the people that risk their lives swimming over the Rio Grande every year or every week or every day, okay, to make a better life for themselves. You're not them. You're a person from here. You know what I mean? It's a case by case basis when it comes to that. You know, when it comes to that, it's like. You know, I don't pull any punches. Kurt, who wins? Oscar Rivas or versus Aguet Caballo? Oh, you know, that's a good fight because Oscar don't have to run after Aguet. Aguet wants you on the inside so he can rip those body shots. The only thing about Oscar Rivas, I think Oscar Rivas he's done, I think. Now, I still want to see him fight because, you know, he was going to fight Efe Ajagba. But, I mean, of course, you're going to pick the guy that you've seen latest, the guy that made the latest buzz in the sport. Okay? So it is what it is. All the other sports have harsher punishment for PEDs and steroid use compared to the most combat sports, especially boxing. Really weird ruling logic. Well, Mauricio's a crook. When people realize that, that's why, you know, a lot of people say, man, won't you ask Mauricio to come on your channel? Mauricio don't want to come on my channel because I'm going to tell Mauricio to his face, you're a crook. You do everything according to money. You let shit slide because of fighters with money. The same guy
that allowed the clenbuterol level, to be raised just for guys like Canelo that goes to Mexico and eats beef. Now, if you know beef has clenbuterol in it from Mexico, why are you eating it? You know, and that's the sport of boxing, and he tested dirty. Why are we giving Ryan Garcia such a bad time? Why are we doing that? We should be giving him a bad time if everybody else has done it. Is it a problem? Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a bad problem. It's a big problem. The NFL, you get a couple weeks if you pop hot. NFL, come on, man. Them dudes. And see, they juice like that because they have to keep their momentum high. Because if they don't keep their momentum high, man, those young guys that come out of college, you know, and they're younger, got, you know, their testosterone is through the roof. And you're 34 years old and you're a veteran in a sport, and you're going up against somebody that's 22, 23. He's just been drafted. This man's hungry. He's a defensive back. He wants to knock your brains out, you know? He wants to do all types of stuff to you. So, I don't yeah, he's going juice, bro. He's juicing. Pitman number 7, love from India. Counterpunch to you, India in the building. Yeah, testosterone levels are real. Yeah. You get hit with somebody with a 700 T level versus somebody with a damn 400. That's going to be a different type of hit. Better yet, get punched. Get punched by somebody that has the testosterone of that. Kurt, Oscar Rivas is in training. Adari, send me some links, bro. I want to see that so I can cover Oscar Rivas. And Oscar Rivas needs to be trained by Mike Tyson. I keep telling people that. He needs to be trained. Yeah, so send me that. I have a couple videos coming later today. Appreciate you guys enjoying my gym flow, gym workout. Have a great weekend. God bless. And everyone has been Counterpunch. Peace.